So, thank you for this comment. My first thing to say is you have to, for yourself, first look at what are your belief systems around joy, excitement, receiving. So, for example, even like with myself, some things that I've done is practicing receiving compliments, receiving thank yous, receiving, hi, bud, receiving, like, sorry, I had to help my son with something. So, you have to start by how you define and how you view the emotions, right? So, my books, Anger, Fear, and Soon to Be Sadness, do my best at helping kids understand what the emotions are, how we feel them, all that, right? And I will be releasing with the sadness and re-releasing the anger, a parent guide, because we have belief systems that we grew up with. Like if you weren't allowed to be, whatever, right? And a lot of women that I know, if someone says thank you, they're like, oh, like it wasn't an issue, like no problem, blah, blah, blah. So we have a tendency to push away appreciation, gratitude, joy, excitement, right? Again, like step back and think about when was the last time you were excited about something? Did it feel safe in your body to be excited? What was your experiences with excitement, with joy? Like if you had a brother who every time you got excited would like make fun of you or, whatever the case may be. So I would say journal on how you look at gratitude, thankfulness, joy, excitement, and like see what your belief systems are around that or how you might view that, right? So because if it's not safe to feel joy, gratitude, appreciation, then you're going to have a hard time letting that in, right? So then once you've done that say let's practice, someone gives you a compliment, right? And they're like, oh, you look really pretty today. But everything in you is saying like, no, I don't. I just got out of the gym, blah, 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 right? Can you just validate yourself, be like, okay, someone is showing me appreciation. Can I take that appreciation and bring it into my body? So the first thing is acceptance, like, oh, there's appreciation here. So this is where you practice the workout, the emotional resilience muscle capacity training. Then you validate yourself and being like, I can see that it's hard to feel appreciation, but we're going to practice. And then permission and brownies, like it's safe to feel appreciation and we're not going to make up a story how you don't deserve to feel this, right? Something like that. Like what is your permission that you're giving yourself to feel? And then what is the boundary that you're making around it? I like with adult stuff, with my own stuff, is like we're not going to make a story. We're just going to focus on the sensation. So then I want you to, the next step is hold space for yourself. Maybe put your hand on your heart and, sorry, he's cooking food. Put your hand on your heart and try to bring in the appreciation, right? If you believed that you really do look beautiful to that person or whatever the case may be, can you feel the warmth and can you put a color to it? Can you put a sensation to it? So for me, appreciation feels like this warm, pulsing, spreading, like yellow, orange, with some like white and purple that come from like my heart center and kind of spread out through my body. And it's warm, it travels through my whole body, it expands out. And like how long can I focus and feel that in my body, right? Close my eyes, whatever it takes to feel that. So I feel it spread through my body. And then I'll get to a point where I can't feel it anymore, or stuff will pop up and it'll like my brain will be like, no, this is not safe. Or it will be like the sensations will just dissipate and I can't hold it any longer. And then that is where you have peaked with your sensations and then you're coming down and then you're just a safe place to land. Like you can talk to yourself and say like, hey, see, appreciation, like joy, like this is safe to feel. This is safe to feel, like you can feel this. We're going to just drink a cup of tea or some coffee and just like calm down, or go outside and go for a walk, and like you did it. You did such a great job. Like think about the way you would talk to a child, like if you're talking to your inner child and appreciation or joy was not safe for you to feel because someone would make fun of you or things would get taken away if you were to, like, I don't know. That's why it's important to like know what that feels like, because kids don't have any issue feeling joy and appreciation and gratitude and awe for the most simplistic things in life. So it's about like what made that unsafe for you, and then reteaching yourself that it's safe, right? So this is where we do my process around the emotional resilience muscle capacity training, is that every time now you can think about someone giving you a compliment or looking forward to your kid's birthday, or I don't know, whatever the things that bring you joy, start to think about them, start to validate yourself, go in acceptance that this might be hard for you, and you're gonna do it over and over again to build this muscle of feeling appreciation, right? And then once you've, come through that entire feeling piece of it, then you are going to maybe journal about it. Why was it hard for you? What came up? What memories came up? Was there a piece of you that was like, hey, like, I wanted to feel joy, but then I started to get really scared, and I was like, why am I getting scared? So maybe like after you've come out of this, sit and journal about it and then practice. So just like working out, right? It's about repetition. It's about taking little baby steps in, can you learn to appreciate? Sorry, my alarm went off. Like, can you look outside on a beautiful day and take in awe, take in gratitude, take in, thankfulness for just this, right? For a beautiful day, for whatever. Because as a kid, like, how many times were you as a kid, like, watching bugs and ladybugs, and you were just in peace, gratitude, love, and like nothing had to change externally? So how can you just practice those feelings that are associated with what you think you'll feel when you have millions of dollars, or, whatever the case may be, right? But at the end of the day, when you wake up, no matter how much money is in your bank account, you have an opportunity to find gratitude, and you have all that you need, right? Because unless someone is actively like chasing you with a knife and you're in a safe, stable home and you have food in the refrigerator, like, you are safe. And you can take one step at a time and just grow the feeling of appreciation, gratitude, awe, and thankfulness, joy. You can grow that in any circumstance, because it's not determined on the circumstance, it's your ability to let your nervous system feel it. I hope this makes sense. But it's practice. It's practice, it's repetition, taking the opportunities when you see them to bring it into your body and feel that. So it's just about awareness and building that opportunity to really grow what you want to feel, but also know that what comes with it is, let's say, like I said, if your brother, dad, uncle, whoever made fun of you for feeling joy, appreciation, gratitude, that it will not feel safe for you. So just know that if you bump into these feelings of like, oh, I can't do this, that is where your system is right now. So that is why we have to do repetitions to make it safe for your body. If you have any questions, just feel free to make a comment or DM me. That's fine. I hope this helps and gives you more ideas. Have a great day.